What's goody goody, y'all? Third Power, Flo Blitz,
Kel Spencer.
We here at the Zen Media Group, putting some things down.
Yeah, man, they want to know some things, so we going to tell them a couple of things.
All right, everyone listen. The hands come up.
There's a phrase called survival of the fittest, and they credited Charles Darwin with the phrase. They call it the Darwinian theory. He didn't really come up with it though, his assistant Herbert Spencer came up with it. So I took Spencer from there with the fact that with my music I try to make it hot. And you measure heat in Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. But Kelvin always gets overlooked the same way Herbert Spencer does. Kel Spencer.
Blitz came from a German war tactic called Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg is like an all-out aggressive attack. We ain't asking no questions, we just going. But you gotta have a balanced side, and so my flow is my balanced side. Obviously flow is self-explanatory, that's what I do on the track. It's more about how you say something than only what you say, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to say valid things, but say it in an attractive way. So that's my Flo Blitz. A lot of these people have companies where this one artist built this company and then he signed one of his boys or signed one of his brothers or whatever, and then this dude come on and then he just piggybacked the ride. Like, I treat Kel project like it's mine. We go around and some people think I'm his manager, you know what I'm saying? So I'm taking radio calls, I'm blitzing DJs to play the record, I'm working on this marketing campaign or what we gonna do in this city, I'm doing all of that stuff.
Stuff is CDs.
Balancing, doing the same thing with him. It's like, actually we shot a video a week and a half ago for his single, The Building. Right. Shout out to my man Frankie Nassau, that's my man from high school. My man is doing big things. He directed the video. I knew him from way back in the days, but like little stuff like that. I'm at Home Depot for 2 hours getting wood to build the stage
at the video set.
Then I'm on the block finding the dudes, the two carpenter dudes I knew, son, we need to get this wood, we need to get these. I'm keeping up with them to get the nails and all of that for the wood. I'm keeping up with them to buy the brackets to build the stage. I'm calling Rent-A-Center because we needed a wraparound couch for the VIP section. Same thing, while I'm in Rent-A-Center, I see some nice boom speakers. I'm like, we need some speakers to go on stage for the video. While I'm doing that, I'm calling DJs to come give cameos in the video, but these same DJs, we trying to get them to play the record in their respective markets. At the same time doing that, I'm sending out major email blasts and all of that to get the crowd to come to the video. At the same time doing that, I'm writing, I gotta write rhymes for me. At the same time doing that, Kel might have a joint that I'm spitting on, I gotta write my verse for his song. So it's like, this ain't no piggyback ride for Flo.
Everything he just mentioned, I got something
He got something he gotta do,
You'll do it if you could. Now what's good? Hit the power button, turn the game on. Cats wondering why Kel ain't on. What? Why would you think I ain't on? I got the camouflage and the war paint on. Brolic, shoulders, throw a load on it. Track's over when I put my throat on it. Yeah, I spit on it, throw the kid on it. Put my name on your flyer, now your party's enormous.
Well, firstly, there's 3 brothers. My parents had 3 children, third power, 3 of us. But we believe in the power of words too. And I think a lot of MCs, rappers, lyricists, whatever you want to call them nowadays, don't necessarily hold themselves accountable for what's said. God said, "Let there be light." So his words created the world. So words definitely have an impact and they have a certain amount of power. So third power just coincided with the fact that there's 3 of us, and with our words, we plan to change the world. Any experience you go through, you should learn. You should gain a certain amount of wisdom. We firmly believe in the principle that relationships bring resources.
Like, we've been rhyming since I was 8 years old. We've been rhyming for 16 years. And we was always getting no phone calls back or getting, here go another little kid group. And so we kept grinding, and it was because of relationships that we got the opportunity to write for some artists. The first artist we got to write with and write for was Will Smith. He wrote a bunch of joints. Kel was signed to Will's label back in 98, 99. I would say we learned the most from Will because Will wasn't the type of artist who needed writers. And it wasn't like we go in there and write a whole song and say, here, Will, say this. It was more so of a interaction between the new generation and, Will being somebody that had been around it for a while. Adopted new ideas and things like that. So we learned a lot from him as far as song structure, and we learned a lot from him as far as, you know, just changing up your attitude depending on the track. I mean, there was a lot of things we knew, but we were still young in the game as far as writing hit music. We started another company called Double L Communications. Aside from Third Power, Double L Communications does sports theme music. We did theme music for ESPN, for CBS, for the Final Four.
Just did a 3-year deal with the
Minnesota Vikings. So, you know, we do things like that to venture off into other music and marketing areas, you know.